Hello, my name is Donovan, and today I would like to show you two of my favorite Infocom text-adventure games from the 80s. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Beyond Zork. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was a series of books by Douglas Adams from the late 70s and early 80s. And Douglas Adams, the author, was very into early personal computers at the time, especially the Macintosh, which was his favorite. So he worked with Infocom to write a version of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy as a text adventure game. This game was released in 1984. It has a book in the front flap with some humorous Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy related artwork. And also the instruction manual. Underneath, we have the actual game itself inside this plastic and cardboard piece. We have some feelies, since game piracy was a big concern for game companies of the time. Infocom came up with this idea that they would include a bunch of physical trinkets with the game. A button that says "Don't Panic", some peril-sensitive sunglasses you just wear and then you can't see anything that's going on, so you'll be less anxious. Some fluff. Fluff is an important plot point in the game. Here is the game disc itself. It comes with a demolition order for the planet Earth to make way for a hyperspace bypass. Quick reference card. That also comes with the order for destruction for Arthur Dent's house, which he didn't receive in time. He wakes up on the morning that his house is being destroyed, being knocked over by bulldozers. Microscopic space fleet. So microscopic you can't see it. There's a card to order the hint book. There's a registration card. And there's an advertisement for some of Infocom's other games from the time. We have Wishbringer, Sea Stalker, Witness, Zork, Enchanter, Hitchhiker's Guide, Planetfall, Cutthroats, Suspect, Zork 2, Zork 3, Sorcerer, A Mind Forever Voyaging, Infidel, Deadline, Spellbreaker, Starcross, and Suspended. So, let's play a little bit of the game. The game disc is locked, so I won't be able to save my game. But that's okay, we'll just play a little bit of the beginning of the game. You wake up. The room is spinning very gently round your head, or at least it would be if you could see it, which you can't. It is pitch black. Turn on light. Good start to the day. Pity it's going to be the worst one of your life. The light is now on. Bedroom, in the bed. The bedroom is a mess. It is a small bedroom with a faded carpet and old wallpaper. There is a wash basin, a chair with a tatty dressing gown slung over it, and a window with the curtains drawn. Near the exit leading south is a phone. There is a flathead screwdriver here, outside the bed. There is a toothbrush here, outside the bed. So let's stand. Very difficult, but you manage it. The room is still spinning. It dips and sways a little. So we are hungover from the night before, so the only thing we could manage to grab is the dressing gown. Take gown. Luckily this is large enough for you to get a hold of. You notice something in the pocket. Wear gown. You are now wearing your gown. Look, pocket. It says use prepositions to indicate precisely what you want to do. Look at, look inside, look under, etc. Look in pocket. Opening your gown reveals a thing your aunt gave you, which you don't know what it is, a buffered analgesic, and pocket fluff. Take aspirin. You swallow the tablet. After a few seconds, the room begins to calm down and behave in an orderly manner. Your terrible headache goes. So let's take all. Telephone. You pick up the receiver. A moment later, the dial tone is suddenly cut off. Glancing through the window, you can't help but notice the large old oak tree of which you are particularly fond, crashing down through the phone cable. Flathead screwdriver. Taken. Toothbrush. As you pick up the toothbrush, a tree outside the window collapses. There is no causal relationship between these two events. Shouldn't you be taking more interest in the events in the world around you while you've got it? Let's open the curtains. As you part your curtains, you see that it is a bright morning. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, the meadows are blooming, and a large yellow bulldozer is advancing on your home. So let's see, which way is the exit? Look. Near the exit leading south is a phone. So let's go south. You rush down the stairs in panic. Front porch. This is the enclosed front porch of your home. Your front garden lies to the south, and you can re-enter your home to the north. On the doormat is a pile of junk mail. It's important to get the junk mail. Take mail. You gather up the pile of mail. So let's go to our front garden to the south. Front of house. You can enter your home to the north. A path leads around it to the north, east, and northwest. and a country lane is visible to the south. All that lies between your home and a huge yellow bulldozer bearing down on it is a few yards of mud. Mr. Prosser, from the local council, is standing on the other side of the bulldozer. He seems to be wearing a digital watch. He looks startled to see you emerge and yells at you to get out of the way. The bulldozer rumbles slowly towards your home. This game is very difficult. You will die many, many times if you try to play it without hints. This particular copy of the game that I have did come with the hint book. Infocom, the hint booklet for the computer software version of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic. Infocom were a book containing clues for each individual game that were written in invisible ink, and it came with a marker that allowed you to reveal the clues. However, the clues that were revealed by the original owner some of them are no longer visible at all. How can I get out of the bedroom? Take gown, put it on, open the pocket, take the analgesic. So as you were playing the game, if you needed a hint, you could get hints first in a very general sense, and then getting more and more specific until it tells you exactly what to do. Looks like this person didn't play very far in the game. In the dark. They didn't get past the dark, which is the next section of the game. If we look in the back here, there is a map. There are not a lot of locations in this particular game. Most locations are just 2 or 3 areas that are connected, and you kind of teleport from location to location as you're playing the game. And that is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Let's quit. We are about to give you your score. Put on your peril-sensitive sunglasses now. Your score is 10 of a possible 400 in 13 turns. Do you wish to leave the game? Yes. So, when the Macintosh came out, one of the few games that you could choose to purchase was The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a text-adventure game by Infocom and Douglas Adams. Now, let's check out Beyond Zork. Zork is, of course, one of the most famous text-adventure games, one of the earlier ones. Zork was originally a trilogy, Zork 1, 2, and 3. I believe the original Zork that ran on mainframes was split into 3 games for the Infocom home computer releases. This version I have here is a little beat up, but I think it's fairly complete. Beyond Zork is copyright 1987, Infocom. And this game is interesting because in addition to being a normal text-adventure game, it does have RPG-like stats: endurance, strength, dexterity, intelligence, compassion, luck, and armor class. And it does have a little mini-map of the rooms you've been in recently in the top right of the screen. And another thing that's interesting about this game is that within each area of the game, the individual locations in that particular area are randomized. So it's almost like a bit of a roguelike as well, where there are some random elements to randomize the map. Here we have the game itself. The instruction manual tells you the preface to the story, tells you about various commands, about the on-screen map. Gives you some hints about things you should try to do. General instructions on how to use interactive fiction games, text adventures. And what else do we have here? We have a subscription card for something called Quest Busters newsletter. We have quick reference card. Tells us how to get started quickly. We have a halfway used order form. Maybe it had a registration card at the bottom. And an order form for Wishbringer. And also for the Invisiclues. Beyond Zork / Plundered Hearts Invisiclues double hint booklet and maps. Then we have a 1987 product catalog for Infocom. Welcome to the realm of the master storytellers. Station Fall, Lurking Horror. Lurking Horror is another one of my favorite Infocom games. Beyond Zork. Nord and Bert couldn't make head or tail of it. Plundered Hearts. The sequel to Hitchhiker's Guide, well, not the sequel, but the second game that Douglas Adams did with Infocom, Bureaucracy. Much rarer game. Hollywood Hijinks. Trinity. Leather Goddesses of Phobos. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Moon Mist. Zork 1. Wishbringer. Enchanter. Zork Trilogy. Enchanter Trilogy. Science fiction classics, which came with Hitchhiker's Guide, Planetfall, and A Mind Forever Voyaging. The Classic Mystery Library, which came with The Witness, Suspect, and Moon Mist. And an ad for Invisiclues, and a different newsletter, the Status Line. I wonder what this Quest Busters newsletter is from. Quest Busters is an independent publication, unaffiliated with any software company. Interesting. And finally, we get a map of the rough layout of all the different sections in the game. So you start here in this seaside town. There's a lighthouse, another town, some ruins, a forest, the gondola, and some castle. And within each of these lettered sections, the room layouts are randomized on every new game to make it a little less predictable. Alright, let's try Beyond Zork. Do you want to begin a new game, restore a saved game, or quit? Begin. Our doom is sealed. Blah-dee blah-dee blah. You can read the story of the game. Beyond Zork, the Coconut of Quendor, an interactive fantasy. Copyright 1987, Infocom. Character setup. Well, let's just begin using a preset character. Hilltop. The horizon is lost in the glare of morning upon the great sea. You shield your eyes to sweep the shore below, where a village lies nestled beside a quiet cove. A stunted oak tree shades the inland road. Look, tree. Presumably, you mean look at the tree. Its gnarled roots cover the ground at your feet. So here we see this mini map, so I can see that I can go east and northwest. So we will go east. You amble down the hill. Cove. Gulls circle the far end of a wharf extending east across the cove. The street is dotted with shanties bleached by years of sun and salt. So I can go northeast, east, and south. We're going to try to get to the inn, so we will go south. Outside pub. Harsh laughter and mouth-watering aromas waft out from under the door of a shanty on the street's west side. The words, "Ye Rusty Lantern, a public house," appear in fading script above a real rusty lantern dangling from a hook. Well, let's take that lantern. Take lantern. You take the rusty lantern off the sign. Let's open the door. You open the front door. And now I can see that there's an exit to the west. So we will go west. The rusty lantern. One of the bandits leers at you. Har! Loud voices and clattering dishes make this smarmy dive sound busier than it really is. Your eyes sting from the greasy smoke drifting in from the kitchen. A group of bandits is hogging the fireplace. A bearskin rug is lying across the floor. I think we can take the rug, but I forget why. Take rug. You lift the rug off the floor. Okay, I thought there might be a trap door under the rug, but there's not. But I see that there is an exit to the west, the kitchen. Let's go west. You edge towards the kitchen. Thwack! A dagger streaks past your ear, embedding itself deep into the wall. Har! Chortles a bandit. And now the description of the room changes to say a rusty dagger is embedded in the wall. Take dagger. You take the dagger off the wall. Wield dagger. You wield the rusty dagger. You overhear the word helmet in a conversation nearby. Let's try to go west again. And that time we managed to go into the kitchen. Kitchen. Coils of greasy steam rise from a cauldron, bubbling over a roaring hearth. The ceiling is hung with crusty pots and strips of old meat. A closed door in the corner bears the legend, "Keepeth out." A skinny old cook is bustling around the kitchen. There's a giant onion here. Let's open the door. Open door. You open the cellar door. The cook gives the giant onion an affectionate kick. Nice, eh? Won second place at the Borfee Country Fair. An open door in the corner reveals a stair leading downward. Let's go down. Down. Wait a second. The cook's scowl changes to a malicious grin. "Listen, boy," he says. "You look like somebody who knows a great vegetable when he sees one. You want this here onion? Okay. There's an old bottle of wine lying around downstairs somewhere. Bring it up to me in one piece, and the giant onion's yours. He glances at the cellar door and shudders. Simple. Alright, well, let's try it. Down. You clump down the stairway. Wine cellar. A rat ant scurries in from the northwest passage. You're standing at the bottom of a short, rickety stairway, ankle-deep in refuse. Light streams down through an open door overhead. A rat ant is attacking you. A crinkly scroll lies trampled in the dust. Kill rat ant. With the rusty dagger. You swing at the rat ant with the rusty dagger, but miss. The rat ant closes in with its sharp teeth. Your endurance just went down. My endurance is now 12%. I'm going to type G for again. Your rusty dagger dangerously wounds the rat ant. The rat ant gives you a nasty bite. Your endurance just went down to 11%. Your rusty dagger gravely wounds the rat ant. The rat ant's teeth close in again. Your endurance just went down to 10%. You swing at the rat ant with the rusty dagger, missing by a hair. The rat ant bites you hard. Your endurance just went down to 8%. Your rusty dagger seriously wounds the rat ant. The rat ant closes in with its sharp teeth. Your endurance just went down to 5%. We're about to die. Missed. Gave me a nasty bite. My endurance is now 1%. Come on. Haha. You deal the rat ant a decisive blow with the rusty dagger. Mortally wounded, the rat ant retreats into the darkness. Your experience just went up. Take scroll. Taken. Read scroll. The meaning of the crinkly scroll is obscure. It seems to have something to do with refreshment. The word prosser is inscribed across the top. Prosser. A refreshing pink aura envelops you and all your possessions as you study the crinkly scroll. Then the aura fades and the crinkly scroll disappears. Your endurance is back to normal. Let's go northwest. We can go northwest or southwest. Darkness. It's completely dark. You are likely to be eaten by a grue. Light lamp. Click. The lantern emits a brilliant glow. Reeking room. Smashed bottles litter the floor, and the air reeks of sour wine. A stick lies in a shadowy corner. Well, let's take the stick. Taken. So there's nothing else we can do here, so let's go back southeast, and then southwest. Throne room. The disciplined crab's antenna snap to alert as you enter. He rises from the nest of seashells and charges across the floor, claws snapping with anticipation. A shallow nest of seashells, coral, and other bits of ocean debris lies in the corner. You're under attack by a disciplined crab. Attack crab. You strike at the disciplined crab with a dagger, just barely missing. Alright, let's see here. I think we're gonna die. Yep, you are dead. Death. Do you wish to restore a previously saved game, restart from the beginning, or quit? Well, let's quit. So that's Beyond Zork. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.